In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a Saurolophus, which has been designed by Stephen O'Hanlon. This is what it looks like. So you can see the detail on the head. We begin with a square sheet of paper. Let's turn it right side down. First crease, we're going to do a valley fold from this corner down to this corner. And press down firmly. Open your model up. Now we're going to do a crease from this corner down to this corner. Press down firmly. Our next crease is, we're going to take this side here and we're going to fold it to this edge here. We're then going to turn our model over and do exactly the same on this side. This time, I'm going to do this edge to this edge here. And it should follow what we've done underneath. Make sure that this corner here is nice and sharp. Then align this line here with the layer underneath and press down firmly. These are all pre-creases. Our next crease is going to be from this corner down to a point here. If I fold this here, you can see there's a crease here. We want this to actually fold in the same direction. And all we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that this part of the crease here is very, very sharp. It produces a very, very sharp corner. And we're only going to fold around about 1 inch along here, like so. And fold back. So we have a crease like so. We'll turn our model over and we're going to do the same on this side. This corner here, we're going to produce a crease which will run all the way across here. Here is our current crease here, running from here to here. We're going to fold in this direction. As this folds over, we're going to make sure that this point here is nice and sharp, goes right into the corner. Once we're happy with it, we're just going to fold, we're going to do a firm crease about 1 inch from that corner to about there. Okay, we're now going to open up that fold, turn it over, then open up the fold. We're now going to, like we did a fold from this edge to that edge, we're going to now fold from this edge to this edge here, producing a valley fold which runs from here. Exactly the same maneuver as what we previously did, except on the opposite side. Make sure this corner here is nice and sharp. Then once you're happy with that, you can then align this edge here with the one underneath. Then press down firmly. Turn our model over and do the same with this edge and this edge here, producing a valley fold running from this corner up to here. Again, it follows the fold that we just did previously. this corner here nice and sharp to begin with. Press down a bit, hold that there. Make sure that this line here aligns along the edge on the layer underneath, and press down firmly. Here is the previous crease where we just folded in about an inch from the side. We're going to do the same on this corner here, making sure that this corner here is very, very sharp. Fold it over. Now nice and sharp. We can then continue this crease from this corner, or about an inch, to our crease that we already have here. Just pulling the paper so it goes as far as it can, but making sure it doesn't go past that crease there. Once I'm happy with that, I can then press down firmly, like so. Okay. Turn my model over and do exactly the same with this flap here. Here I have that 1 inch crease going in from the side. I'm going to do another 1 inch crease going from here to about here. Fold this over. Make sure that this crease is nice and sharp. You can follow the paper underneath, like so. So, once I'm happy with it, and fold down firmly, like so. Going to now open up my model. Open up the model, apart from those last 2 creases. I'm now going to fold along here, like so. Now I'm going to take this point here, fold it down to this point here, producing a valley fold which runs from here to here. This length should be more or less the same length as that length there. We want to make sure that this point here is very, very sharp. So let's fold it over, fold this down, there. And press down firmly all the way up, like so. We now want to do a mountain fold which runs along this edge here, that's on the layer underneath. So you're doing a mountain fold running from this point here down to that point there. Best way to do this is turn our model over. You can see that point and see this point. We then want to fold this over and follow that edge which is underneath. Make sure that this top part is nice and sharp. Down about an inch in, nice and firmly. Then I can adjust this, so make sure that this edge lies along the edge which is underneath. Then press down firmly. Like so. Open up my fold. Open up the previous fold. This crease here, we need to invert this fold. So this folds in, side here, like so. Okay, so it rolls out like this. I'm now going to fold this inside here, like so. This top flap here, I'm going to fold up, like so. Now I'm going to do a valley fold from this corner to that corner there. Again, make sure that this crease in this corner here and this corner here is nice and sharp. these two corners firm creased to begin with. Then, once I have these two corners, I'm going to pull the centre as far as I can. And then I can continue on with the rest of the crease, joining in those two small creases, like so. Okay. Like so. Now I'm going to turn my model over. This flap here, I'm going to lift up. Just going to crease it the other way. Up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to squash fold this. Put my hand in here and press down. This center crease here should be aligned along this central piece here. So the thing to do is, first of all, get it just about right in the center. Fold down this bit here, but not too far, about 1 inch in. Turn your model over, like so, and make sure that these two come together and they also fall along this crease under here, like so. Then press down. Make sure the creases underneath are nice and firm. Okay. This one I'm just going to adjust this a bit. Too much white showing underneath there. Okay. Let's turn our model over again. This point here is going to fold down to this point here, producing a valley fold which runs from here down to here. Make sure this is nice and sharp on the top side. About 1 inch in, then do it from the bottom side. About 1 inch in. Once I'm happy with it, I can hold those two down and I can pull this tab here as far as it goes, and then gently make this crease a bit more firm. Once I'm happy with it, I can then make it a nice firm crease, like so. Then I can fold back. Let's turn my model over. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees, like so. Our next maneuver is we're going to take this point here and we're going to fold this in. I'm going to invert this fold, producing a crease along here, like so. And I'll just make a little nick there, just to start that crease off. This folds in, and we want to produce a nice sharp point at the end. So you can see that this edge here is going to align along this edge here. And that's going to fold all the way down as far as it goes to that point there. Okay. Once I've got that, I'm then going to fold this all the way down, like so. Until this point here matches up with that point there. Like so. Like that. This edge here should be vertical. And then make a valley fold which runs from here down to here along the center line, like so. We're going to do the same on this side here. We'll pull this part out. This section here, we're going to do a valley fold which runs from here down to here. So this edge here aligns along this edge here. Just goes in like that. So make sure it's nice and sharp. And I'm going to fold all the way down to this point here. Okay. Then, because I've already got this fold here, if I fold this over, I should be able to just get my nail, and I should be able to just make a score the sheet there. I've produced a value fold crease here, and this folds down quite naturally to here, like so. Okay. This flap here, we can squash fold this, so it produces a square, like so. We're now going to lift this flap, turn it to the right. Lift this flap, fold it back up to the top. We're now going to take this edge here, just on this top bit here, and we're going to fold it to our center line here. You'll probably find there's already a crease there, so it should be fairly easy to make the fold, like so. We're going to turn our model over, and we're going to fold this edge here to our center line here. Press down firmly. Turn our model back over, open this fold, lift this flap up. And where we just made that crease, we're going to make the crease go the opposite way. We're going to fold this edge here, that edge there. Make sure this top bit is nice and sharp. And the reason why we're doing this is because we're going to do a squash fold. A sink, along that crease there. Now the way in which we do the sink is that we need to open this up here. You can now see a triangle. Runs from here to here, from this point down here to that point there, from this point here to that point here. And this is where we're going to do our sink. Open this out. Let's begin with this corner here and that corner there. We can do a mounting fold along here. That's what we need. Just press down firmly. We need a mounting fold which runs from here down to here. So that one. And as you do these, make sure these points are these are nice and sharp. And a mounting fold from here down to that point there. Okay. And then this fold on the inside, which bisects these two edges, becomes a valley fold, and also a valley fold from here to here. This section here, also a valley fold. So I can fold these in. There are already creases there. That becomes my sink. Okay, that's what it should look like. Okay. Just open this flap back out, and we're going to do exactly the same on this side here. First of all, I'm going to lift this, just move one flap over, another flap over. It's out of the way. This flap folds up, and I'm going to fold this edge to our center line here. Again, there should already be a crease there, so it should be fairly easy to fold. Okay, let's turn our model over. We're going to fold this edge here to our center line here. Make sure this top bit is nice and sharp. There are actually two folds there, so the paper will slide a bit. So you can try and keep them together, all the better. My first fold, turn it over, lift this flap up, and again do the fold the other way. This edge here folds to our center line here. Fold it back. And we are going to do our sink. Let's open this up. There's our triangle. I will repeat everything. We do a mountain folder from here to here. Like so. Snap firmly. We do a mountain fold from this point here down to that crease there. The crease is already there, you just need to change the direction from valley fold to mountain fold. Like so. And a mountain fold from here to here. Then the crease, which is already bisecting this edge and that edge, will turn from a mountain fold into a valley fold. I can just push that down. There's my valley fold. Same on this side, which is valley fold running down the center of this edge and that edge. This one here becomes a mountain fold. The other side I said it was a valley fold, but it's actually a mountain fold. There we go. Like so. There's our sink. Okay. Fold this flap back. Open this flap like so. We're now going to fold these two flaps back down to here, like so. We fold these two flaps so we have our square again. This is what it should look like. We're now going to concentrate on these two flaps here, which become the front legs. First of all, we need to fold this edge here to that edge there, producing a valley fold which runs from here up until here. We don't want to fold all the way. We just want to fold a little bit like so. So this edge is aligning along that edge there. Okay. Press down firmly up until about halfway. You can see this edge which runs down underneath here. That's the crucial point. We then want to do a valley fold which runs from that point there down to here. We want to fold this forward, then produce a valley fold which runs from that point up until that point, like so. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer. I'll show you on the other side. Then from here, we're going to fold this edge here to this edge here. But we're only going to produce a valley fold which runs from this corner up until where you have this line here. Fold this over, like so. I can press down firmly. You can see, I'm going to move this out the way, you can see where this line goes all the way down, it will hit this edge here. And we're going to make a valley fold which runs from here, and you can see I'm using my thumb now to actually make a valley fold crease. This folds over, this edge here will align along this edge here. So we're going to do a valley fold running all the way down from here to here. That's our front leg. Okay. And fold this to a square back like so. Okay. We're now going to concentrate on the head, which is this section here. Lift this flap up and we're going to squash fold this so that this edge here is going to be aligned along our center line. Like so. fold this flap over. We're going to do the same with this flap here. Lift it up vertically, and then put a finger in, and we're going to do a squash fold. Like so. Okay, we're going to stay on this one. What we're now going to do is going to take this edge here and fold it to our center line. We're going to take this edge here and fold it to our center line. And then going to open up this flap, and we're going to invert this fold. Invert that fold in, like so. And invert this fold here, like so. Okay. Then want to make a valley fold which runs from this corner to that corner there. As we do so, we would also produce a mountain fold which runs from the center here to that edge there, and the same on this side, from the center here to that edge there. So this produces a kite shape like that. Okay. We then want to fold this flap so it goes up, produce a nice crease along here, and fold it back. And what we're going to do is we're going to tuck this flap inside. So we need to open this up a little bit. Try not to get too much out of camera. Open that up a bit, and I'm going to tuck this inside like so. I'm going to repeat the whole maneuver again, but this time on the other flap. Move this flap over, move this flap over. Okay? So again, this edge here folds to our center line here. Like so. This edge here folds to our center line here. We're going to lift these flaps out, lift this flap up, and invert this fold here. I'm going to just push that edge right into there so it goes inside. Similarly on this side, this becomes an inverted fold like so. Where this fold meets that corner there, same on that side, we're going to push this forwards. Produce a nice sharp point at the top like so. We're then going to fold it the other way and fold it back, producing a nice sharp crease along here. We're then going to open this up, and we're going to tuck this inside this section here. Just pull this a little bit like so. Take that point and tuck it in gently like that, and put it all back together. Okay, like so. And then going to fold this flap back over like so. Now I'm going to lift this section here, do a valley fold from this corner to that corner there, folding that one forward. Like so. Then going to take, it's around about 1/2 centimetre in from here to here. Just going to fold this one back on itself like so. Fold this flap over once. This corner here, I'm going to make a diagonal valley fold crease running from as far as it can from here down to our center line here. So this folds forwards like so. Turn our flap over and do exactly the same with this one here. I'm going to make a value fold crease running from this edge to the center line here. I'm just going to fold that forward as far as it can. Give it a close up. Forward like that. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this back out again, because now we're going to invert that fold. Rather than make a value fold, we're going to invert that fold. There's that crease there. Just going to invert that fold because we just made a crease. Like so. Okay. Move this whole flap over and do the same with this one here. Fold this back and then invert that fold. Like so. Then fold this back out like so. This is what it should look like. Okay, these are actually going to become the eyes. Now I'm going to focus on the back legs. First thing I need to do is fold a crease which runs from this section to that section there. Do that by folding this in half like so. Make sure this is a nice firm crease. Fold it back out. Fold our model in half like so. Where we just made that previous crease, we're now going to make a valley fold which runs from here to here, so that this line here aligns along, and you can see there's a faint crease which runs from here to here. So this folds up to that section there, like so. We're going to do the same on the other side. We're going to turn our model over, holding that leg in place, and do exactly the same maneuver on this side. Should end up with this shape for our model. Okay. We're going to lift this leg up. We're going to take this edge here and fold it to this edge here. Like so. And fold it back. This edge here should also align along this edge here. So as you fold it back, make sure that that aligns along here, like so. Okay. Let's turn our model over and do exactly the same with this leg here. Lift this one up. This edge here is going to align along that edge there. I'm going to lift that up. Fold that like so. Down to that point there. You need to make that crease down to that point there. And as you fold back, this edge here is also going to align along that edge there. Like so. So see how that lies. Okay. And then lift this section up here, and this flap here we can fold back in on itself like so. One folds in like that, and it should be able to tuck into this section here. I can lift that up, there's a little pocket that it slides into, like so. Turn my model over and do the same on this side. This flap here, if I look inside, I can fold this. Do a valley fold so it folds in to as far as it can go. And then lift this flap up and tuck it into that pocket there. Like so. And now I want to fold this line here to that line there, producing a valley fold which runs from here to here, like so. Fold it all the way up to the top, like so. Turn our model over, and I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. This one folds back out. So I'll take this edge, fold it to this line here. Fold it all the way up to the top there. And of course, this is not going to lie flat. So what do? Let's fold the other one in, and as we fold it, what we do is we produce a mounting fold which runs from this point here down to, you see this crease, up until that crease there. Like so. Now I'm going to fold this edge here to this edge here, like so. This edge here then pulls out, and where we have this fold up here, we're going to push this one up like so. So we produce a valley fold which runs from that point to that point there. We're going to turn our model over, do exactly the same on this side. We're going to fold this edge to this edge here. Where this fold meets that edge there, we're going to do a valley fold from here to here. Like so. Okay. You can then fold this flap down, turn over, fold this flap down. Now what we want to do is we actually want to get this fold here and this fold here tucked inside the leg here. So first of all, we're going to do this fold here. Just tuck that one in, like so. Likewise, I can do this side as well. So I'm going to turn this inside there. Like so. Turn our model over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open this up here. We're going to fold this, which was a valley fold, into a mounting fold. That goes in like so. And then this here should tuck in like so. Just follow the creases, and then this becomes a valley fold here, like so. Do exactly the same for the other side. Let's begin. Let's open this fold out. First, where we have this valley fold here, we're going to turn that into a mounting fold. Let's fold that in all the way to the top. As it goes. There, where we see this line here, we turn that into a mounting fold. Now, as you turn it into a mounting fold, this line here becomes a valley fold. Like so. We're now going to focus on making the back legs more complex. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a valley fold from this point to that point there. I'm going to fold this over. Do similarly on the other side. I'm just going to fold that like so. Then there should be a natural fold which goes from here to about there. You can feel there's a hard bit in here. And I'm just going to fold that one back like so. Similarly on the other side. Quickly turn it over, fold it over like so. Turn it back. Now from this point, we want to fold this edge so it aligns along that edge there. Fold that back like so. Similarly on the other side. Turn it back over. And then we're going to, from this point here to about halfway along from here to here, we want to fold this one back. These are all like pre-creases which are going to help us perform the next maneuver. Likewise with the other leg from behind. We can pull this out. Now we have our creases, same with the other back leg. Our first crease that we're going to make is we're going to count the number of folds that we have in here. There should be 4. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to take 2 folds in. Where we have the second crease in, what we're going to do is we're going to crimp this. We're going to first of all do an inverted fold. Invert this in so I can open this out a bit. And we're going to fold that one in. And then naturally, where we've got the second fold on the outer edge, that goes in like so. Okay. Turn it over. I'm going to do the same on this leg. Where we've got the bottom crease, and the next one up to the top. First of all, let's count our creases. You can actually push this one in. First crease goes in, and the second crease goes out, like so. Turn our model over. Now we're going to do the same with this crease here and that crease there. We're going to tuck these in. This becomes a mountain fold, and then you also got a valley fold there. We produce the back leg like so. Turn it over. Do the same with this one. Here we've got 1, 2. This crease here becomes a mountain fold, tucks in. And on the inside, it also becomes a mountain fold that tucks in like this together, tucks in like so. Okay. Turn the model back around the other way. Now I'm going to focus on doing the claws here. What we need to do is, first of all, we count number of folds, find the middle one, so it's got 2 folds on either side. Round about halfway between here and here, we are going to make a fold like so. So this, like an inverted point like so. Where we have this line here, we're going to fold this back, just a valley fold, like so. Once we've done that valley fold, we're going to fold that back, and we're going to invert that fold along those creases that we just made. So it produces a point like so. We're now going to open this out like so. Produce a kite shape. Using my thumb now, from this point to that point, we're going to make a valley fold. So I'm going to fold that back across my nail, like so. And here, again, we're going to use my nail and I'm going to fold a diagonal. So this edge aligns along that edge there. Fold it back and do the same on the other side. Diagonal, that edge to this edge here. Fold it back. Then I can pinch these two together to form a claw. And then two side bits, that bit and that bit, that we then pushed those two together like so. So that produces our claw, like so. I can just readjust that so the claw is actually pointing down like that. Do the same on the other side. Run about halfway between there and there. And what I do is I find a middle piece. And fold that one forwards, like so. Then I do a valley fold, make a diagonal here. I use my thumbnail, fold that down like so. Fold it back, then invert that fold. Open it out, like so, to produce that kite shape. And using my thumb, fold that back on itself. Fold it back on itself like that. Then, again, use my thumb there. I'm going to fold this edge so it lines along that edge there. Just that half bit. Do the same on the other side. Fold it back. Now I can pinch them together to form that central claw. That piece forward and that piece forward. Here's my claw. I'm going to do exactly the same with the front legs. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an inverted fold from a line which goes from here to about there. So let's find, I'm doing 1, 2 folds in, like so. This one will be much easier for you to see exactly how to make that claw. There's the first one. Do the opposite leg as well. So, okay, let's do this one. First thing I need to do is do a valley fold from that corner there down to about here. So that this edge aligns along that edge there. Like so. Open it back out. Invert that fold. Open the fold out. Using my thumb, I'm going to do a valley fold from this point to that point. Fold that upwards, like so. Then from this point, I'm going to do a diagonal up until the center line. So I'm just going to use my thumb, just fold that like that, just on this side here. Fold it back out and do the same on the other side from this point to our center point. fold it back. Now I can pinch them together. I'm going to make a valley fold here. I'm going to pinch those two together to produce that front claw. Can you see? And the two side bits, that bit and that bit, they then come forwards to meet our central claw, like so. And then that's what it looks like. Okay. Drag that down a bit. Turn our model over. I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. Do a valley fold from here, so from there to there. Open it out, invert the fold. Open that fold out. Produce a kite shape. Fold that one up. Then fold that like so, just half from that point to the center. Fold it back. Do the same on the opposite side. Fold it back. Pinch together. Forms our center claw. And squeeze the two side bits in, like so, to meet the center claw, like so. That's what that looks like. Okay, almost done. Now we're going to focus on the head. This is the head part. What we want to do is, first of all, we want to crimp the neck. So let's open this up there. From that point here to our center line here, and from this point here to the center line there. Just want to fold this back, like so. There we go, fold in like that. Then, just marginally, again, to our point here, we want to fold that back out again. Sorry, not that point. We're going to go back around about ½ centimetre. So the head points up, like so. Okay, you see that? Like that. Then, from where we got this line here, we want to squeeze that together, and again we want to do another crimp for the head, like that. And then to give it a flatter nose, what we're going to do is we're going to take the end point there, we're going to do a valley fold and just tuck that in, like so. Once it's tucked in, you can then squeeze together like that, producing a head that looks like this. Now to tell, this is probably a little bit too fat, so we want to get rid of this hump here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a valley fold from around about here to about there. I'll fold that over like so. Fold it one way, fold it back the other way, and then we're going to sink that forward. So just going to open this up a bit like that, and I'm just going to push that one in where we just made those creases. Going to push that in like so. Okay, that's got rid of that sharp hump there. Likewise, we're going to do another sink from this point here down to the tail. So first of all, let's make a valley fold from there down to our tail. Open it back out again, then fold it the opposite way. open out again. Look from the top, and I'm just going to sink that fold in, like so. There we go. Now you can do a bit more reshaping on the Styracosaurus's head. Up to you. That's what it should look like. Thank you for watching.